Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, first up, I'm just going to say make sure you check your voter registration regularly. The Orange Twerpers is going through his usual threaten and blackmail to try and get the Save Act put through. But just please make sure that your voter registration is current and updated, but also that it matches your ID. You'd be surprised. I had one of my lovely viewers who has a hyphenated surname, but a lot of governmental systems won't allow the hyphen into online inputting. And so therefore a lot of their documentation is either the two surnames mashed together or as two separate surnames. So therefore, under the Save Act, it would not qualify. So please, please, please make sure that your voter registration stays relevant, current, and go Georgia in the Democrat candidate in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district is beating out the Republican. However, I believe there were 3 candidates or more probably, and in Georgia you have to get over the 50% to actually win, and neither of the two Dem and Republican candidate has over the 50% as of yet, as of counting, and it looks like they probably won't get there, so there will be a runoff. That'll be an interesting one to watch in what was a deeply, deeply red district. Okay, what I want to have a look at now, I did post it into my post section, a newspaper article about the ChatGPT creator, Sam Altman. No wonder I get the creeps from him. His sister Anne Altman has filed a lawsuit going back 12 months now, just over 12 months ago. On the 6th of January 2025. So I saw this and I went, oh, that wasn't long ago. And then when I looked into it a little bit further, I realized it was over a year ago, claiming that, alleging SA from the age of when she was 3 and Altman was 12. Now, going forward, who is Sam Altman? We know he's the guy that's behind ChatGPT and OpenAI. It's the company that apparently is so desperate for money that when Anthropic pulled out from the military contract to have AI autonomously choose who to unalive, they said, oh, we're not having anything to do with this. And apparently Anthropic is the better of the AI companies with about, I heard 87% accuracy or 83% accuracy, which means it's still 17% gets it wrong. Grok, I believe, was the worst, down in the 40s, but OpenAI ChatGPT is hovering around that 50 to 60 level. So it's not a system that I would be wanting to put much faith in regards to autonomous unaliving in the military. However, this was brought to my attention today about Altman. Apparently in 2024 he was fired by the board of OpenAI, but apparently returned 2 days later or something, and was put back in as the boss, which to me, seems rather strange. If the board fires him, I think what happened is, I haven't looked into it, it's very possible the board then got fired by major shareholders and he was reinstated, which is, what did the board actually know about this guy that made them take such drastic action? Okay, so apparently Altman, who is one of these tech bro billionaires, married his partner Oliver Mulhern in 2024. Okay, so he's gay. Doesn't worry me, not really interested, but it's quite interesting how many of them are. are so abusive towards others that are on the LGBTQI plus spectrum. Anyhow, so where do we go? So Anne Altman filed a lawsuit in January of 2025 against her brother Sam, alleging SA. Altman, of course, is claiming, oh, never happened, completely untrue, blah, 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 and saying caring for a family member who faces mental health challenges is incredibly difficult. Well, I kind of suspect if I'd been abused from the age of 3 by my brother, I might have had some mental health issues as well. And there is a bit of detail in the body of the article, so don't feel that you have to read it if you want to. Ms. Altman, Anne has said she sustained great bodily injury, severe emotional distress and depression, and incurred numerous medical bills because of the medical and mental health treatment for her injuries. So there will be a medical history there. Now, I Googled Altman versus Altman to see how the case was going, because as I said, this was over 12 months ago, and oh my goodness, the US system grinds so incredibly slowly. The latest from Tuesday, February the 17th, 2026, from the maighstirtarot.com, which shows the updates on the dockets. The judge is Judge Zachary Bluestone. It's a personal injury case filed January 6, 2025, Altman versus Altman. So last updated about 3 weeks ago. And the update is the case is assigned to track with standard discovery completion due by the 23rd of October 2026 and is referred for the next seating in 5th of January 2027. So 2 years after the case was filed, it's actually going to court. Just unbelievable. So there's a lot of entries. There's years and years of entries here. Waivers and motions and you name it. Okay, so what I want to have a look at is, first of all, is there any truth to this allegation? And if there is, how's it going to go? So I believe it's the Missouri Eastern District Court. I'm not sure if it's federal or state. Someone can put in the comments whether it is. But I haven't looked up to see whether that, but let's have a look. Okay. Oh boy. So anyhow, I've got my Gilded Tarot Royale and I split the deck to start shuffling, and I've got the Emperor in control, my way or the highway, dictating the terms, etc. And then we've got those that are out in the cold, potentially financially out in the cold. I believe he does financially contribute to Anne's personal situation. He may cut the money off to stop it from going ahead, or this is just really, wealthy and complete disregard for anyone that has been injured along the way. Okay, but I'm going to put those aside and I'm going to grab my yes/no cards just to start off with. There are 12 yes and 12 no cards, yes and no cards, and 2 blanks. There's 2 blanks there to basically to say that the guides aren't prepared to say anything. So come on down, let's have a look. Is there any truth in Anne Altman's allegations? Is there any truth in Anne Altman's allegations? Is there any truth in Anne Altman's allegations? Yes, there is. I've got a yes poking out there. So, but I'm going to go with that which leapt out, and you guys saw it leap out. Yes, there is. Okay, so let's start the cards. There is some truth in her allegations. If there is, I suspect there will be medical records in regards to this. Let's have a look. Right, the proof of burden is on Anne. She has a lot of information. This can be the discovery, trying to get the discovery in order. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. How is this court case going to go for Anne Altman? How's the case? And then I'll have a look from, so I'm using the runic tarot. Anne Altman, I suspect her money's going to get cut off. Oh, Tower card on the bottom there. I suspect her money is going to get cut off. Can't fight a court case in the US if you don't have money. But let's have a look. How's the court case going to go for Anne Altman? The challenge is the betrayal, stabbed through the heart. The challenge for her is this is because I gather her mother and two brothers came out in support of Sam. So this is for her a sense of betrayal. Yeah, stabbed through the heart with the trying to bring the truth forward. Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords. How's it going to turn out? This is the energy here and now. Again, taking, what is it? It's going to be 2 years before it even gets to court. Okay. We've got here the energy underlying is the Magician. Can be the one that has everything at their fingertips, manipulating the situation, and or it could be her manifesting. I'm getting the French woman giving her strength to go forward. The French one that won her court case and about 20 blokes ended up in jail, etc. So the Magician. I think she's got I think she's got the evidence. I think the evidence is there. It's just a case of being able to bring it forward. In the past, finding herself legally restricted, unable to move forward, but it was a restriction of her own making. So this is in the past. She's obviously thrown off the bonds and stepped out from these swords and has brought this case, decided to bring it to light. I mean, it's going to be very public. So what's crowning this reading? And a powerful orator bringing forward their message. And it's the message of the Ace of Wands with a light shining through, the light shining through. She's going to be a very compelling witness, but I think she's got more than just her statements. So let's see where this goes. Okay, the Three of Wands, the ship coming into harbour, into safe harbour, or attempting to bring the ship into safe harbour, is the plan that is underway. The ability to bring the goods in is what I'm getting there in the immediate future going forward. And she has the information, the Queen of Pentacles externally. She has the information in the past. She's got this, oh, and the Queen of Swords internally for her. I don't know where she summons the strength from. I feel like the French case has really given her courage. And I would not be surprised if she was actually in contact with the French, I can't remember her name, but you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and I'm just going to show the bottom, Queen of Cups. A lot of feminine energy here. Right, the hopes and fears is the devil, of course. Absolutely. Fears the devil. Feels the power of the devil. Absolutely. Because we know what these people are capable of to try and protect themselves. The outcome for her, the Knight of Swords, I like that. Gone from the Ace of Wands to the Knight of Swords. Bringing forth this truth and declaring to the world this truth. Uncovering the dark secrets with the Moon. And then the King of Cups, I think this is the Judge. And then we have the Fool. New beginnings. Faith, trust, but a new start. We've got Altman himself. I mean, the Altman could have been the fool that goes off the cliff. I think he might find himself under investigation, further investigation with the Hermit card, and being viewed differently with the Hanged Man, and women celebrating. Women celebrating when the ruling comes down with the King of Wands. You've got the Queen of Cups, defending, but strength. Boudica strength with the Chariot card there, and then Temperance. These are great cards for Anne. Yeah, well, that's from Anne's point of view. I think she's going to do well in this case. Let's have a look from Sam's point of view. Sam Altman. How's this court case going to go from Sam Altman's point of view? I don't think he was the only one. Allegedly. I mean, it is a court case, entertainment only. How's it going to go for Sam? He thought he'd bought her silence with that Eight of Swords. He thought he'd kept her restricted. I don't know how old she is now. I didn't look that up. How's this going to go for Sam Altman? This case. I mean, we know it's time. Now let's have a look. Right, there is going to be a lot of information that comes forward in regards to this discovery. And all of these have the little light. So remember, Anne had the Ace of Swords with the light at its pinnacle. So this is a lot of discovery coming forward. Challenged by the Victory card, or the false victory, riding in as the winner. What I'm getting from this is he thought he could make it go away. So to me, this is a false victory. Wands energy, so wands are very much about the message that's coming out. But this does not look very comfortable, this rider on its horse here. It's almost like by declaring on X, Twitter, that it wasn't me, I didn't do it, that was enough. But it's not going to be. We've got the energy he's stewing in is the Nine of Cups. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you present, because you got a rat up in the rafters pooping in that cup. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, in the past, the King of Pentacles, I'm wealthy, make this go away. Crowning this reading, taken out unexpectedly. Unexpected information coming out of left field. There's going to be something here that pulls the rug out from under him in this discovery. He's going to try, yeah. I was going to say he's going to try and proclaim, but I don't think it's going to work. Okay, immediate future, the Empress, something new being brought forward, something big, something growing. Yeah, okay. Feeling there was some medical evidence of it that is undeniable. I'm not getting that there was a baby or anything like that, but I'm getting that there's medical evidence that cannot be. I mean, it could have been like, okay, I'm seeing Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise when she had the miscarriage and they kept she made sure they kept the fetus for DNA testing to prove that it was Tom's in case he ever tried to use that against us, saying she had an affair or something. There's DNA evidence is what I'm getting. Externally, we've got this card that was the challenge for Anne. The Three of Swords, the betrayal, the deceit, the plunging the knife into the heart. Okay. And internally, we've got the Three of Wands. So 2 3s here. Internally for him, 3 of Wands. Again, trying to bring the ship in without crashing it on the rocks. He fears what she has to bring forward with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you guys saw me shuffle. Same cards, different order. Hopes and fears. He fears the information that she can bring forward. And it's like documented information. The outcome, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, there's the Judge again, and that Fool. Again, you guys saw me shuffle. Yeah, she's bringing it. She's no longer afraid. There's the Judge, the Fool, the Emperor again, the further investigation, the Hanged Man, and the 5 of Swords, the abuse of power. Betrayal, abuse, win at any cost, doesn't care who gets hurt. But you've got the Strength card and it all being revealed. And then you've got the Chariot card again, the Buddha card. There's the 8 of Pentacles. There is documented evidence. You've got the fighting there. You've got the King of Swords. You've got the 7 of Wands on the back foot, defensive, and the Magician, the manipulator, with new information being brought forward. That will be a legal crossroads, Ace of Swords, the independent woman bringing him down, 10 of Swords. You've then got he might find himself in jail with the 8 of Swords, the Devil, the Tower, because of what happened in the past with, this is my Epstein files, but this is with young girls, young children in the past. The Sun, fully exposed. Allegedly, entertainment only. I think Altman is going to find himself in a bit of trouble. Potentially. Let's watch this case with interest as I pop some of those cards on upside down. Okay, catch you shortly.